Isabella asked lah, so why can't I sit here? That's the same question we asked. The manager said this. He or she pointed to the missing limb and say, well, the problem is obvious.
Jesse.
When you talk about SIA, right, normally you will hear people singing praises about SIA, about their customer service, their
Girls.
their girls, and the luxurious seat that they offer, right? You rarely hear bad stuff lah, I would say. And even as like a passenger, if you ever see it on a SIA flight before, you will understand why people sing praises about them. Okay, but recently, right, a 23-year-old student from Australia with the name of Isabella Bill. Okay, this is her.
Oh, okay.
She accused SIA for discriminating against her for being an amputee. Okay, so her family had helped her book her seats then, and then the seat that she got, right, happened to be at the exit row, the emergency exit row. Okay, so when she got on the plane, she was casually doing her stuff, until one of the SIA staff came to her, talking to her in a loud and frantic manner, okay, as what she proclaimed lah, saying, get out now, okay, you need to leave. At this point of time, everybody was looking at her already. You know, because when everything settled down, you are ready to take off, and then this happens, of course, everybody will look at her lah.
Was the plane moving already at that time?
Haven't yet. About to move.
Okay.
So that's why the SIA, something like rushed to her lah and said that you need to get out now. Yeah, ask her to change seat. Yeah. So for now, right, okay, this is her first flight to Europe. Is there anything wrong or not?
I mean, why was she told to get up? Maybe, okay, somebody seated there shouldn't be a amputee lah. I don't know. Depends on what the regulations are for the airlines. But if she was spoken to that way, then it's not right.
Based on the account, I think it's very rude lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I first read this article, right, I was quite surprised that this was her experience, because you really rarely see SIA flight attendant being rude. And SIA is known for being
World-class service.
Yeah, world-class service and intensively strict, right, to their employee.
Welcome to World Class. Welcome to Singapore Airlines.
When flying back to Europe, right, the trip was 10 times worse, okay, from what she said. So firstly, the staff at the check-in desk confirmed and reissued her ticket, okay, which was still at the emergency row of the plane. So when she got onto the plane and it was almost time for takeoff, same thing happened. The staff approached her, but this time they spoke to the partner and the family instead. So completely ignoring her. So she feel like, what the hell lah, you got something to tell me, you tell me lah. So
but
she
what did they talk about though?
asked her to get out of the seat.
No,
Yeah.
what's the issue with it with her sitting there?
Okay, so the issue is this. People that are sitting at emergency exit row seats have to be fully able-bodied.
Okay, I understand.
Because
They are the first to help.
they are first to
the
help to
door.
open the door if anything. And she's an amputee lah. And then the manager came, and then Isabella asked lah, so why can't I sit here? That's the same question we asked. The manager said this. He or she pointed to the missing limb and say, well, the problem is obvious. And repeatedly saying that to Isabel.
Okay, there is no way this was how it started.
Exactly.
There's no way this was how it started. Maybe it led to that eventually, but there's no way this is how it started. Right?
Yeah,
They didn't even explain what's the situation of the issue. Right?
Because the conversation cannot flow this way.
Yeah.
Right? Like how would people, hey, get out now? Like even the first time, right? You get out now. It cannot be like that one.
And then I asked why the manager point at my missing
The
link.
problem is obvious. Cannot be.
I feel that
Yeah.
it's really okay. You will tell me it's a budget airline, it's one of the worst airline. Okay lah, we will believe you lah.
No, if you tell me, even if let's say according to her account, they come and say, get out now, please get out whatsoever, and then you stay there and you challenge them, and they tell you no because you are an amputee, you cannot be sitting here, and you still don't want to move, then maybe you ask them, hey, so what's the problem? Then they say, I think the problem is quite obvious. Okay, I understand, but this cannot be how it starts. For sure. It just doesn't make any sense.
So you think there must be a
Something must have happened
heated
before
exchange?
this.
Yeah.
Does she have any video or is this on her
So
own
that's the
words?
thing everybody say. There is no video. Because this type of thing happen on an airplane, everybody nothing to do, right? They will confirm video one. Yeah, so this is all according to
What
her
she
statement.
said.
Yeah. So SIA replied lah. But they didn't address the issue. They just post an apology lah. So for any like inconvenience or like for embarrassing her and stuff like that. SI didn't say anything about
Did they investigate and did they find out that they used those words?
They didn't report anything. It's hard for us to really judge who is wrong and right lah. So this issue got posted online, right? It got viral, and I will show you some of the comments lah. It's not very good comments, and this is 95% of the comments lah.
What is it?
Okay, so I will sue SIA if they allow an amputee to sit at the emergency exit on my flight. Why SIA apologize? Crazy. Okay, everyone's a victim nowadays. So some people feel that she's self-entitled lah. Okay. So some people also feel like SIA did the right thing. Okay, it's a hard thing to do.
But I don't think
right
anyone would dispute they did the right thing. Right?
It's not the
the
policy.
method the right way. You know?
Yeah.
It's not what he says, it's how he says
So
it.
an avid traveller, right, commented and said that he have been travelling with SIA numerous times.
Good for you, you reach
Flags, huh?
Yeah.
So then he said this. He actually have seen people getting chased out of emergency exit row before, and quite a lot of times.
Yeah,
But he
how
said
was
that
the
none of it
interaction?
was similar to this.
Okay.
None of it. Yeah, so he cannot believe, and everybody was just saying lah, like, are you sure that is what you've experienced? And also like what you mentioned, right? There is no recording, there is no witnesses that are coming out and giving what happened. There's no videos and stuff. Like it's only her words. Yeah. So I also don't know.
What was she wearing? Was she wearing that?
Okay, so like the comments that I show you guys, right? That was the majority of the comments defending SIA and bashing Isabella. So Isabella posted her thoughts. She said that she is hurt by some of the responses online lah, and she wants to reiterate that her complaints is actually not about how she should have been allowed to stay in the seat, but rather how she should be treated with respect and not get publicly humiliated.
I mean, of course, that's the only thing you can complain about. Right?
Mm.
But the question is, was that really how the interaction took place?
That's the thing. And also, just now I mentioned, right, the second time when she's flying back to Europe, right, she checked in and then the staff at the desk confirmed and reissued her ticket, which is the same emergency exit row ticket.
And this one, their operations got issues.
That's the thing. So I feel
Did
like,
they declare that she's different or?
I mean,
Because she's traveling with the family, right? So and you say that the family is the one that booked the tickets, right? So sometimes these kind of things must declare one. So did the family declare not? Because if both times SIA can do this, right?
Means
They might the airline doesn't know.
so that's
right?
the thing. The
Yeah.
first time, right, makes sense because we buy a ticket,
Yeah.
we fly in, okay lah, whatever. My family help me check in.
So I'm thinking
They-
that
they
there's a
don't know.
chance that the family they bought the ticket, they didn't
They haven't
declare.
declared.
So
But it's
But-
not on the passenger to declare this, right?
But when you fly back to Europe, right, if I'm not wrong from what she says, she feels like she's there to check in and get the ticket. The staff should have
No, I feel like
what?
if it's like the online booking and all, doesn't like you can do your self check in all this. There's not much interaction with the staff to issue you the ticket. Yeah,
and
like,
usually it's
and
like
did
in
they
group, you know.
Purposely like buy those seats or not?
like do they pick the seats?
Yeah,
That's the
maybe you
thing.
pick those seats.
Mm.
So they just issue you the ticket. Then maybe in the TNC in fine print they got say, if you are somebody with a disability or whatsoever, then you are not supposed to take the seat. I don't know.
Yeah, because I actually until this article, right, then I know that actually people that sit at the emergency exit row must be fully able-bodied.
Then comes lah. Then why must like let's say if the situation right like the second time right, how did it escalate until like that, right? Because you already know the first time maybe you don't know that you as an amputee, right, you are not allowed to sit at the exit.
Emergency exit row.
Emergency
So
exit
the
row.
second time she got that ticket, she sat there waiting for somebody to come and tell her off or what?
Yeah, that's why she know already. Then if let's say that people approach her, right, telling her that you're not allowed to see here, right? Then let's say then she creates such a big hoo-ha, then I don't know lah. I think that I don't believe that like what you mentioned, that the conversation really just
You
straight away
cannot
jump to
start
the
that
top.
way,
Yeah.
right? I would assume if let's say now you go one way and somebody already say you shouldn't be sitting there, the next time you're taking the flight, whether it's SIA, whatever other airlines you're going to take, you should be a bit more mindful about the emergency door.
And I'm pretty sure the first time, right, the staff will explain.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
if don't explain, I believe, like, based on what she say, right, after that, she will probably Google, right, why is that so?
I think the only situation here is, did the SIA staff approach her this way? Because, okay, let's assume this was not, I would assume this is not how it started lah. Because there's no reason to believe they will come in, not explain the situation, and straight away say that's the problem.
They're already damn assholes.
That's just ridiculous. But okay, let's assume they explained to her politely and she was resistant or whatsoever. And then there was some kind of altercation, words were flying around, and they said something like this. I would say they are still wrong. Even if she didn't do her part, they are still wrong to speak this way.
I agree.
So the question is, did it ever come to this situation or not? Because if it did, then SIA is at fault. If it didn't, then this girl is just bullshitting lah.
I agree. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that SIA is at fault here, or is Isabella just being too sensitive and bullshitting? Let us know. Till next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.